Hi everybody! How's everyone doing? Nicole here from Hair of the Dog. I wanted to jump in with a little impromptu Facebook Live training. And the reason is because today I've been cleaning out my office and I found a whole bunch of like random frames and some old albums because one of my albums is, I ordered little 5x5s from Fineo and I'd order a whole bunch at once, so then they were here and I could just print them off, give them as gifts, or use those, they're here and in stock for different clients and different events. So anyway, I had this whole pile of frames. You can see some of them behind me. They're organic bloom frames, and then these little albums are the Elements albums from Fineo. So I had a whole bunch sitting in my office, and I'm like, I need to do something with them. And so I'm going to photograph them and send them off to previous clients and basically have a little stock sale of cleaning out spring cleaning sale. So it got me thinking, you know, there's two very important keys to running a successful business. And really, if you're doing one of these two keys, every time you sit down to work on your business, you're going to have a profitable business sooner or later. And I can't tell you how many people I hear or see that are saying, you know, I don't have any clients, I don't know where my clients are, I'm not making any money. And yet when you ask, well, what are you doing for marketing, or what are you doing for these two things that I'll tell you in a second, the answer is, well, not much, or I'm posting on social media, or I'm updating my website. Well, posting on social media and updating your website is not enough. It is not enough to run a successful business with just those two things. I'm sorry. They're important, but it's not enough. You need to do other things. And the two keys to making sure that you're going to be working on your business instead of just being stuck working in your business, do you have a business to keep working on, is focusing on leads and sales. That's it. It's simple as it gets. You need to be bringing in leads and you need to be making sales. So my goal for you, or my task for you, if you choose to accept it, over the next couple weeks is whenever you sit down each day, or if you work on your business, if you're part-time, maybe you only work on it 1 or 2 days a week, but every time you sit down and do your business, once a day if you're doing it daily, do something that is contributing towards getting more leads or getting more sales. And I guarantee you you're going to see results. So I started thinking, well, what does that look like? Because you know me, I like to give you guys actionable things that you can take away and not just say, go do leads and go do sales. And then you're like, well, what does that look like? I don't know what to do for that. So I made this fancy little printout. Don't mind the blueness of it because my printer is not very good. I need to clean it or something, but that requires taking it apart, and that's really complicated. Or just too complicated for me. Anyway, I created this little download PDF. I'm going to link to it below this video, and then you can download it. And basically, I sat down while I had my lunch, and I'm like, what are some leads and sales strategies, things that we can work on that you're working in that lead bucket or that sales bucket? And for leads, one of them, the first thing I have is nurture your contacts. So that means whenever somebody contacts you, you have a way to continue nurturing them. Because pet photography, especially if you're a boutique pet photographer, you know, it's at least $1,000. It's not an impromptu decision to purchase, very rarely. So that's only usually if the pet is sick, but if the pet is like healthy and young and normal, and the ones we really want to get in while they're still young and normal and healthy and happy, and so we can photograph them being themselves, they're not going to do it on a spur of the moment decision. You need to nurture those leads. So that means when they contact you the first time, they're really just information shopping. They're probably going to be surprised at how much it costs. But what do you do after that? You need to make sure you have an email list, and you need to make sure that those emails from those leads that contact you go on that email list. Now, those of you guys in the EU, there are some new rules coming out for that, which I am not up to speed on quite yet. It's on my list to listen to a couple podcasts on that this week, but I'll get back to you on that stuff. But here, if they're contacting you, you have permission to email them periodically. So what you do is just quarterly, monthly if you can. Monthly at most. I don't think you need to do it more than that. You have an e-newsletter that goes out. Don't call it a newsletter, but you have a way to stay front of mind with these potential clients. Because if they keep seeing your work, if they keep seeing what you're doing, what you're producing, if they're learning about what you offer, if they're highlighting, if you're highlighting different clients and different pets, then they start to turn that want into a need, and then they'll be more ready to book when the time comes. So you have to be nurturing that lead. So have a plan for that. You can add a lead magnet to your site. So that's a little bit different. The contact form is more like, yes, I'm ready to start dating. The lead magnet is, hey, maybe I can buy you a drink. So a lead magnet is something you put on your website that, you don't have, really it's just name, email address. And then you can download, something that you create, whether it is great things to do outdoors with your dog in your market, dog-friendly breweries or wineries, how to take better pictures of your dog, all sorts of stuff. Whatever your target market might want to know, then that is what you want to create, a little lead magnet or a little PDF or a little email sequence, whatever it is, and make it really easy for them to download. So name, email, done. And then you're, getting more leads, building those leads. You can have a contest at a marketing partner. I've done this before where we have a monthly giveaway in June, and I have a raffle, and everybody puts their email address in. At the end of the month, we pick a winner, and I've grown my list. That's an easy way to add some new leads, and the business loves it because it's something fun for their clients. You can have a table at a local event. Again, that's more awareness marketing, but it's also getting leads. You're also giving away, you're having a raffle, you're collecting email addresses to raffle off a complimentary session. And then, again, you're building those leads. Name of the game, leads, sales. You can create and market a special event. Maybe you have a limited edition or mini session event that you want to create, and then you can work with other partner marketing for them to push that event out there, especially if you partner with a charity. A lot of other businesses are willing to promote it, even by hanging a little like 11.5 by or 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in their on their bulletin board. They often have an events bulletin board. You can usually get press if you have a charitable component towards it. You can follow up with stale leads. I know you have them. I know you have leads that have come in and you've kind of dropped the ball. Or maybe you followed up once, but then not again. There's no harm in sending them another email address and say, hey, I was just, going through some things, and I wanted to reach out to you again and see if you had any other questions or if we could get you scheduled for that pet photography session. What's the worst they say? No, or they don't answer. Just go ahead and try to get that out there. I guess that's technically sales. But anyway, follow up with stale leads. Could be either way. And then another great way to add more leads is create a VIP program for your past clients. Look back through your past clients and see who have been my favorite clients. Who did I love working with? And reach out to them and say, hey, I wanted to gift you with, 2 or 3 complimentary session vouchers. You're welcome to use one if you'd like new pictures of your dog, or, feel free to pass them out to friends that you think would enjoy the experience. And if they pass it out to their friends, they're only going to pass it out to people that they think will enjoy it and they also think can afford it. I mean, whether or not they can, who knows, or whether or not they value it's another story. However, it's still a warm lead because it's coming from a client that you love, and it's going out to other clients or other potential clients that they think would enjoy your services and they think can afford your services, because again, those are good clients. They know what they spent. So those are some ideas just to get you started on leads. And then for sales, how about following up with old clients? I know I have them, and I'm sure you do too. Maybe there's 1 or 2 clients that never really placed that order, or said they were interested in wall art at a future date. Maybe they did like an album. I have one client I'm actually thinking of last year, did an album, and they wanted to do wall art, but they had some other things going on. Have I followed up with them? No. Should I? Yes, and I should do that today. I should follow up with them and see if they're ready to do that. So follow up with those old clients. You can have a sample sale like I'm doing now. Do you have other random things that have been sitting in your office that, are doing nothing? Sell them. You can sell archiving digitals once a year. I actually haven't done it in the past year, so I have 2 years to do. So that's on my list to do this week too. I am going to reach out to my clients from the past couple years and let them know that I am archiving all of my old digitals. That their sessions will be archived. I'll be getting rid of any unordered image, or you can say have to get rid of all the images due to space and only be able to, archive X number of images for so many years, whatever it is. Let them know, even though I do keep them. I do keep them because I just want to make sure that I keep them. But yeah, you can give them the option of purchasing their old digitals, at a little bit of a discount. That's a great way to add some quick sales without necessarily getting a new client in the door today. You can create that special event that I talked about, limited editions, mini sessions, those kinds of things. You can create an urgency offer. Create an offer for now booking, June and July or summer sessions. I only have 5 sessions left. That lets them know there's urgency. Or maybe you work part-time and you only take 2 clients a month and you have, 3 clients already booked for the summer. Well, you can only take 6. But you don't say, I can only take 6 clients. You can say, I'm 50% booked for the summer. Or if you only have 1 spot left, I'm 80% booked. So get in touch. Figure out what sounds more exclusive and urgent and put that in that marketing material to hopefully get them to call and get on your books. Because again, as pet photographers, there's not an event, there's not a wedding or a baby or something that says, I hire a photographer now. For pet photographers, we need to create that urgency. We need to get people off the fence. They're busy, they're working, they have so much going on. I have a list of 8 phone calls I need to make, and those are things I need to do. Things I want to do, they're also on that list, and it just hasn't happened. So we need to take the initiative and give them reason to get it done now. And one other way that you can add to your bottom line, add to that sales number, is do in-person sales. If you are not doing in-person sales yet, I highly recommend that you do. Even if you don't change your price list, just by meeting with your client and helping them through the process, they're going to spend 2 to 3 times more. And it's not just about, adding to your bottom line. It's really about offering a service. We want to offer the best services to our clients. We want to give them things that they are going to love, things that they are going to be able to display in their home for years to come, that they are going to get the most enjoyment out of. And that is best done by meeting with them in person, listening to what they want, listening to their needs, and recommending things that will fit well for them. And it just so happens that it also usually adds to your bottom line too. So it's a win-win for everyone. So those are your leads and sales. Just a couple random ideas off the top of my head today. I would love to know if you have any other ideas of things that would fit into that lead or sales bucket. You can go ahead and leave comments here. And I also just wanted to throw in 3 not helpful things. Don't spend your day spending half the day on social media. That is not helping your leads or your sales. Stop complaining that you have no clients. Again, that's not helping your leads or your sales. Pick one of these things and get started. You should start doing all of these things. I always talk about marketing is not a one-stop solution. There is no one marketing thing that I can tell you that is going to fill your calendar. It's all the things. You need some awareness marketing. You need to make the phone ring marketing. You need all of the things to get people in the door. Enough in the door to fill your calendar. And the other thing that's not helpful is updating your About Me page on your website for the 10th time. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good enough. Get out there and do some other things. Do some of these leads, some of these sales to get people on your calendar and get money in the bank so that your business is profitable. So, hope you guys found that helpful. Again, I would love if you had any other lead or sales ideas, leave a comment here. Hope that's helpful for you guys. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.